Do what's poppin'? Hey, what up? What up? I'm holding my phone, so if I'm moving around, I'm on a hammock, so you're gonna move with me. But I normally don't go live, and I almost went live on Instagram, but I just wanted to share. I just wanted to share. I just wanted to share. To share. I know it's dark, and even if nobody joins, I'm just kind of talking to myself to be honest. But I had some downloads come through, some information, some clarity today as I was taking a bath for the moon and to just release, but also just stuff that's been coming up for me just recently and in the past recent weeks, just interacting with life and people. And this full moon, this 2020, this year, y'all, this year, this year, this has been, to me, I call this the year of the humble. This has been the year of the humble. This has been the year where we have been broken down essentially. And I feel like this full moon, the way that I know it's dark. Hello to whoever's joining. I'm sitting out here in the jungle, and we don't got street lights. So once it get dark, it get dark. But I just want to talk a little bit about this energy going into this to 2021. You know, hearing everybody kind of ready to just throw 2020 in the trash and make 2021 the savior. This reminds me of why it is that we are ending the year with the full moon in Cancer. And I had this thought today as I was taking a bath, and I was thinking about, femininity and womanhood and mother and home and all the things that Cancer represents. Hey, hey, girl. All the things that, Cancer represents. And it is that when you hear most people talk about astrology and they talk about the Cancer energy, they're like, oh, it's the mother, it's the womb, it's woman, it's the moon. And it's like, yes, but Cancer is also your blood, it's your DNA, it's your ancestry, it's your homeland, it's your ancestors, it's your past, it's your culture, it's your internal world, it's all of those things. And we everyone is doing their intention settings and talking about their shadow work, and it just baffles me that we still have not accepted that we only know our mothers through patriarchy. We only know our mothers, our culture, our home, our blood through patriarchy. We only know that part of us through trauma, through distortion, through illusion. And it's just interesting. Hey, yes. So great for y'all. Yes, I would definitely answer y'all's questions. I'm gonna say this stuff and then I'm gonna just talk, but I just wanted to say something about that. Like, for me, this Cancer full moon energy is a chance to forgive all the ways in which we've kind of held on to the shame that loving our mother is loving our femininity, loving our intuition, loving our spirits, loving our culture through capitalism, through patriarchy, through trauma, through, I don't know, through illusions, through illusions and dysfunctions and toxicity. It's just made us fucked up, okay? And I think we need to really be honest with ourselves about how much we still need to forgive all the shame we've carried in our blood. How much we need to forgive the narratives that we've created. How much we need to forgive and release the ways in which we really looked at and treated our mothers, our home, our tribe. Cancer is it's the essence of you. It's everything that makes the core of you. It's everything that they talk about, oh, cancer, your cancer women, she could cook, but it's like the cancer is what holds your blood. It's your blood. So I don't know. I feel like whatever rituals you got going on tonight, make sure you are forgiving the parts of you who that has carried shame and sacrifice and martyrdom in your blood. you know being a a feminine energy, carrying feminine energy, like having a womb, especially having black skin and having a womb, it makes it hard to not only know that energy through sacrifice and through martyrdom. We've connected our femininity and our just our identity, our blood. We've connected that to martyrdom, especially black people. Especially black people. But I just wanted to say that because 2021 is going to be everything that you don't forgive, everything that you don't face. It's going to be some good shit too, but that stuff's going to come up. You can't run from it, you can't hide. So it's time for us to really like forgive ourselves for holding on to illusions and let the illusions go and really let them go for good. But yes, somebody said how's life in Belize. Belize is pretty dope. It's also the jungle. It's just like the concrete jungle. People are people, and people gonna be peopling. Like people are definitely. Well, when we got here, one of the cards that had popped up for me was the world card, and in my deck that I have, the world card represents the marketplace. And it's interesting because when you come to Belize, they have the marketplace here that everybody loves, and it is a dope marketplace. But it made this parable and this story make more sense. But essentially, the story of the marketplace is that, that's kind of where the hustle is. That's where the joy is. That's where the extremes of emotions are. So when you go to the marketplace, everybody's intention is looking out for their own self. And the message was though to not take it personally. Don't take it personally. Don't be like grimy. Don't give in to like hustler, ass energy. But also don't take it personal. Just do you. So, Belize has been it's been a beautiful place to like have to face myself because as much as stuff has come up, I look around and I realize there's so much space and there's so much capacity. There's so much room for me to let it all out. And the only thing that's stopping me is me. So I love Belize. I feel like I'm glad I'm here during the pandemic because at least I don't know, the way I get to move here is just way different. But I love Belize. I definitely love Belize. The people here still, it's just like any place. It's a newer country, it's a younger country, so there's still a lot of waking up that needs to happen here. And a lot of people come here with really good intentions, but they don't come here thinking about the actual people here and the actual culture here and what this land and what these people need. And so I've been having to navigate that that just sitting in that, even people coming here because of me or like wanting to be here because I'm here, but it's like if you come here because of me, you need to come here making sure you're checking your ego and checking your Americanness. It's so just being in America creates such a we really are programmed. Like we're programmed like nobody else is programmed, and we're the only ones who like can't tell. What else? Oh, somebody donated. Thank you. Thank you, Keisha Nine. We got the same name. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Ooh, have fun in Costa Rica. America is a bully, but it turns us into bullies, and that's the thing that we have to start being real with ourselves about. And that's really what I feel like this Cancer new moon, if you use it, or full moon, if you use it correctly, like to really cleanse away all the like ways we've sacrificed, like our connection to our identity, our connection to home, our connection to our ancestors, our connection to our mothers, our connection to our family, all the things that that Cancer energy represents. It's like we don't realize how much we have turned into the very things that like we hate, like the systems. We feel like we can disconnect ourselves or detach ourselves from those things, but it's like the only reason why those things are still able to sustain is because we uphold them. And speaking to black people, speaking to this feminine energy, to this mother energy, for black women, for us to be, for women of color to be the mothers of the earth, and for us to be the ones who we really haven't had to sit with the ways in which we don't know how to really operate in our own femininity, and we're just passing down people who sacrifice and people who just walk in shame. We don't really actually who ain't nobody checking us, and we not really checking ourselves. Like we doing the bare minimum. So I'm here to call you guys out because I've been being called out. This is the messages that's been coming up for me is how much I have to forgive myself for sacrificing my own commitment to spirit. I literally today my forgiveness work was all about that. I'm about to share some of the stuff I wrote. Like, I forgive myself for all the shame I've carried in my blood. I forgive myself for all the shame I've passed on to others. I forgive myself for all the shame I have taken on as my own. I forgive myself for all the shame I have placed on my culture, my family. I forgive myself for, like just little things that you don't think about, like when you're judging yourself, when you're judging your family, when you're judging your mother, when you're judging the way people show up. Like, it all just turns back to ourselves. It sounds real, whatever, but I'm like, it's also Cancer energy, y'all. So it's lovey, it's feelings. Like, we don't really feel. Most people don't really feel. We don't. Y'all got any more questions? I really just wanted to share that stuff. Y'all got any questions about Belize? I'm sitting in front of the river right now. It's too dark or I would show y'all, but it literally is like, it just looks like a dark abyss out there. So it's really dark. But I don't know. I'm just grateful. I just really want everyone to go into this new year feeling, period. like, like, go into the new year with your heart, like, actually open and expanding and working. Like, that should be the goal for 2021. Not when is we about to get out of quarantine or when is this about to be over. All you should be worried about is growing your heart, is expanding your capacity, is releasing all the illusions. To be real with yourself about the illusions that you're creating and that you're like helping to uphold. Cause I mean, I feel like for me, this energy, the close of this year, this was the year where we have run out of things to blame. There's no more room to blame anything. Yo, the flood. So the flood. Wow, it was very interesting because the flood. It started raining on around October 31st. So it started raining a little bit around October 31st, and on the day of October 31st, I know for sure it was raining that night because it was Halloween and we was out here chilling on the river and we were just watching it rain. And then the next morning we woke up and the river had rose a lot. And so this flood was crazy because the river rose like over 3 days. Like over 3 days, the river had rose like 50 feet. And so we our house went underwater. Like, it was so interesting because it's like people saw the rain happening, but nobody was panicking. It's like people weren't really expecting it to be that bad, and but then it turned out to be the worst flood that's hit here in a while. But again, seeing people's nonchalance was interesting, but also seeing the resilience and how easy people got work done after it all happened. Like in America, a tragedy come through, a hurricane, a flood, something hit, and people are trying to get their houses together for years and trying to clean up for years. And literally within a month of the flood here, like people had whole new shits built. Like stuff was cleaned up, cleaned out. It's like business as usual. So being here has really just I don't know. Like I respect I respect the way people move. It's really opening my eyes to just how much we make stuff harder, but also are lazy at the same time. We don't really have to do nothing. Somehow we still make everything harder. And then here it's like from building a house to feeding your family. Like most people here do just start out with a piece of land, and then they have to figure it out. And even if their house is put together from like the the I don't know, like the cheapest stuff, like stuff they found, like they still make it happen. And I don't know, it's really like I said, this I feel like for everybody this year has been humbling. So even me just being here, it's been very humbling and not in no crazy way. Like I feel like I could have moved to the south and got a farm and like had the same type of experience. But here, having the not to have to worry about the whole blackness of it all the time and not having to deal with just the American mindset, it does make it easier and it does give me room and space to focus on other things, you know. Let's see. Can't wait to move here. Yes, girl. Yeah, I'm grateful for Belize. Definitely grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Hey, my first time ever getting a YouTube donation. Shout out to you, Shikoba. Yes. Your name is so fun. I'm so grateful. Y'all, I'm trying to get my channel. I was trying to get to 3,000 before the year was over. But next year, okay, I'm coming, all right, because I figured it out. I'm not gonna be in my feelings as much, and I'm gonna just post shit, because we going to the top. Why? Because why not? Why not? Okay, who better than us? Who better than us? Why not? There's people out here getting it. It's storms and it's like the world is falling apart. But when you look around, there's like a group of people that's just getting it, and I am one in the number. Okay, y'all could be one in the number too. It's just a matter of doing the work. Gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. Gotta do the work. Gotta do the work. Alright, if y'all ain't got too many questions, I'm probably slide off of here because I told myself to go live, and I'm actually glad that I did this. This was actually great. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to Keisha9. Shout out to Shikoba. Shout out to everybody who has hopped on, who has liked it. You know, y'all want me to sing a song to end us out? Somebody throw a song out there. I don't know, in the spirit of the video, let's hit, NDRE. But, I've been looking at NDRE lately, and she don't really practice what she preach. So singing her songs just don't hit like they used to. Does anybody else felt that? I'm like, India, why have you been stuck in all these cycles, girl? What's going on? You're not listening to your own advice, but she said something that kind of put it into perspective. But I'm just like, girl, get it together. One shot to your heart without breaking your skin. No one has the power to hurt you like you can. See, that's right in line with this Cancer full moon. Forgive your family. Forgive your ancestors. Forgive yourself. Forgive your blood. No one has the power to hurt you like you can. Kept it inside, didn't tell no one else. Didn't even wanna admit it to yourself. And now your chest burns and your back aches. Cause we be holding the energy in. It's like, book a session, girl, give you some Reiki. Have a session with your girl. Support a black queen living in the jungle. No, but for real. I'm grateful for y'all. Shout out to the tribe, to all the alchemists out there, to all the healers, to all the beautiful people. It's just trying. We would definitely link up, Amanda. Definitely, you can connect. Just keep me posted on your journey. Yes, let those emotions have motion. I like that. Yes, move it. Move, move, move right out of my body. You feel me? It's corny, but somebody laughed. Somebody had to laugh. I laughed inside, nonetheless. Nah, but I'm really about to get off here. I really am grateful for y'all. Hope you have a wonderful night. Happy full moon. Be good to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Love on yourself. Take a bath. Rose is always good for nourishing the heart. And I know everybody can have access to rose. If you want to just add a little love to your ritual, to your evening, to the next week. I've been working with Rose a lot just to really anchor myself in my heart and to allow myself to be nourished because I've been realizing that we I have a hard time receiving. Like I have a hard time receiving. And that's the biggest thing about love. That's the biggest thing even about spirit is like to give is like a beautiful thing, but to receive is also something like that is like to give is to receive, you know? To receive is to give. Like they go hand in hand and I feel like I know I struggle with being better at one than the other. So I've just been really trying to find balance with that. So rose is a herb that I've been working with, and I also stumbled upon some vervain this week, and that's also good for feminine energy, for ease, for cooling anxiety, and like calming mood swings. So those are good herbs to like work with during these times, especially with winter approaching and people being in the house and the government falling apart and all the things, yeah. So you don't want to stay too long because I'll keep talking. Because I got that old black lady auntie symptom where, you about to get off the phone with your mom and then she spark up a whole nother conversation. I got it honest. Yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy Gregorian calendar New Year. Cause I'm like, my New Year don't start till spring come out. When spring come, I'm like, yes, we've begun again. It's the beginning. But yes, Happy New Year. Winter time. The best time to reflect, the best time to release, the best time to really do the work to anchor you for the rest of the seasons to come. But I'm gonna get off because I told y'all, old black lady syndrome. I would just keep talking. I ain't mean to jump at y'all like that. It's the hood alchemist. My bad, y'all. I wouldn't really hurt y'all. I wouldn't really. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Oh, snap! Oh, my people. See, every time I try to get off. What's good, Jamari? Hey, Kristen. I'm ending the live, though. Y'all just gonna have to run it back. I'll give y'all a little synopsis, though. I was talking about this Cancer full moon energy. And I was just talking about how we need to be a little deeper when we talking about this Cancer energy, this feminine energy, or this mother type energy, and just recognizing like what that means, recognizing how this energy is also calling on the connection to our ancestry, to our blood, to our past, to our culture. It's all the same. So just working on really forgiving any shame that we've built up, any sacrifice that we've like learned, because living being poor, being black is the that's the first way to learn how to become a martyr. It's the first way to learn how to become a person that just walks around giving yourself away because that's all you know. And I don't think a lot of us take the time on our path and our journey to actually acknowledge that and to forgive ourselves for that and to realize that like that was a survival method, but now it's time to let it go. Like you can't step into this elevated like consciousness and you still holding on to this slave mentality. That's a slave mentality, to sacrifice, to martyr, to always make myself pieces whenever somebody comes in the room, to compartmentalize. Like it is our duty to be like whole beings, whole living things. And that starts with, our connection to how we resonate with all the things that make us, our family, our home, like our thoughts, our feelings, 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 you know? But yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all just keep y'all's hearts open and allow yourself to just cleanse away all the illusions around your identity, all the illusions around your ancestors. Cleanse away all the illusions that you have taken on that have been given to you, all the illusions that have gotten in the way with you just honoring who you are and who you came here to be. Because we don't have no more room for that. In 2021, in this new world that we living in, which I just call the place of us having to live from the heart, like in this new energy, we have to just be willing to come from our hearts, to be open and exposed. It's like 2020 was exposing all the negativity, but if all you got in your heart is negativity, then that's all that's going to be exposed. So now it's time for us to pour in some love and to pour into some other things that we can like expand. Like, be vulnerable. Like, be vulnerable in love. Be vulnerable in expressing yourself. This is all stuff that I'm learning, all stuff that I'm having to break open to, stuff that I know, but stuff that I'm having to just like really ground into. Good night, Amanda. Hey, Michi. It's my little bro. But we all probably about to get off with you, Amanda girl. But I really just want y'all to keep hope alive. You feel me? Keep hope alive. From my cheekbones to yours. You feel me? Like, love you too, girl. I love all y'all though. But we really gonna wrap it up this time. So y'all sing the song with me. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. It's been great to sing and play together. But now it's time to say goodbye. They do the little thing, but I'm holding my phone, so I can't do it. But I love y'all. Rest well. Meditate, drink some water. If you want to get through cancer, see this cancer energy, if you want to get through all of this energy that's coming up, drink water. Hydrate. Most of y'all can't cry because you don't drink enough water. That's how you move it. I love y'all. Good night.